Hey all, Nova here. Today I have a PvP guide for you, for beginners and some for advanced players as well. You may not have heard all these tips before. But yeah, so starting off, make sure you buy protection potions from the alchemist and bring them in, and then make sure you drink them before each fight. Protection potions, I believe just the base ones block 20 points of physical damage, so they can be the difference between getting hit twice and dying and surviving one of those hits. So it's totally worth drinking them. You can even drink them like in the middle of battle, once your like pot gets worn off or whatever. Sort of think of them as like a shield, and it's worth drinking protection potions over healing potions in the midst of battle, because it's like instantly giving you 20 health, whereas healing pots give you just a little bit of health over time, right? So protection pots are a lot more useful when you're in the middle of a battle. Next, make sure you purchase at least, like, if you're going for PvP, at least 6 health potions and drink one before each fight. You'll heal up a little bit between each fight. It'll be really useful. Don't use them like when you're out of the fight. When you're out of the fight, make sure you use bandages. So as I'm saying that, go to the surgeon, pick up a stack of like 6 bandages or so, and then use them when you're out of combat instead of while you're in combat, just because it takes a long time to use them, so you don't want to be using them while in combat. Next, your positioning in this game is absolutely crucial, probably the most important part of PvP. The better your positioning is, the more likely you'll win a fight. Aim to position yourself deeply within the circle so that other teams get pinned between the enclosing circle and you. And then also, make sure that you're like between other players and where they need to get to. So say there's mobs behind them, the mobs will push towards them, and then you'll be able to fight them with mobs behind them. Next, know when it's worth to take a fight or retreat. If you're running away, hit the X key to put away your weapon and move faster. Jumping while putting your weapon away will keep your momentum, otherwise you'll slow down. So you could jump like while you're hitting X. It's sort of hard to explain, you'll just have to get used to it. And because when you press X, like, your walking slows, right? So if you're jumping through there, you'll keep your momentum and cheat it at the same time. That's a little bit more advanced. If you're playing as a team, push together. If you're melee, let your ranged teammates shoot at the enemy team. So like wizards or rangers, move to the side, let them shoot. And then if the enemy team pushes on you, protect them when the enemy team pushes, obviously. If you're a melee class, don't forget to use your consumables, as they can be extremely helpful, especially when chasing down a kill. For example, barbarians spawn with their Francisca axes and rogues have their throwing knives, so really make sure you're using them. Obviously go for headshots, and these can really do damage. I've gotten multiple kills with the axes as a barbarian this fight, so make sure you use them. When you're attacking someone 2-on-1, try to attack from opposite sides, as it will be much harder for them to dodge both attacks, because they can't watch both of you, and if they jump backwards, they'll just be jumping into the other person's attack. So going on that, dodging, there's like multiple ways to dodge, but one of the ways is like if you look directly up, your like body's hitbox will sort of cut in half backwards because you're like leaning backwards, and that can be a good way to dodge a lot of side-to-side slashes. So like crouching and moving your mouse all the way up is a great way to dodge stuff, and then also like turning around, walking away instead of backing up. Your backwards walk is really slow, whereas going forward is a lot faster. Next, learn the spacing of the different classes' attacks and make sure to land hits on the enemy. It can be hard to figure out like how far or close your attack will land, so get used to practice it on mobs and stuff like that. And yeah, and then try to dodge backwards when the enemy attacks, but by dodging backwards you should turn a full 180 and turn around. With this game compared to other shooters, I have my sensitivity much higher, just so because there's a lot of making a full 180, taking a couple steps back, and then making a 180 back to attack them. So my mouse sensitivity is a bit higher in this game than it was before at the start of the wipe. Next, use mobs to finish off the enemies. If an enemy is being chased by mobs, try to cut them off in the opposite directions so that there's mobs behind them and you can shoot at them while they're getting attacked by mobs as well. Additionally, if you have a bunch of mobs on you and there's also enemy players on you, you can switch all of those mobs aggro by going invisible. So like rogues can use their stealth, wizards can use their stealth if they still have that spell. I'm not 100% sure. But if you're just a normal like class, then you can use an invis potion and all the mobs will be aggroed towards the other player, I believe. And then finally, wear the best gear you can afford and have fun. The playtest is short and all the progress gets wiped at the end, and really wearing better gear will make such a huge difference, you have no idea. I know sometimes it can be scary, but just keep reminding yourself all of your money's gonna be gone at the end of the playtest. Just use it up, get good at PvP, and you'll be in such a better place for the next playtest. And if you're scared to use your good gear, just try to get in a 3-man party. I mean, I have never failed to find a 3-man in the official Discord. And yes, just spend all your money on gear, have fun, practice getting better at PvP. So next wipe, you are just completely prepared and you're going to dominate everyone. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video and found these tips helpful. If you did, hit that like button, please. And I hope this helps you out. Good luck in your raids this week, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, y'all.